All right, let's go over how to draw the Mutodon versus Indominus Rex. Let's get started. I'm going to start from this side and move to this side because of my hand. You know, like I'm right-handed, so let's get jumping into it. I'm going to go right over here now, and I'm going to start with the Indominus Rex. Pulling that, so he's got like a pretty kind of flat front of his head. Okay. Down over here at the front of his head right there, it's going to kind of swoop down into kind of just top of the snout. Pulling up for the jaw. Cheekbone right over there. Sweet. I want his mouth open because I want him to be, how do you say, aggressive. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to pull a line back. He's going to be opening his mouth. And that's that skin part when the dinosaurs kind of open their mouth. Line over here. Open. Underneath back for the underside of the jaw right there. And we need the back side of the jaw, which is going to be a lot bigger. All right. So far, so good. Okay. Let's get his eyes in there. So his eyes are going to be roughly around this area. We're going to pull down, up, like a V shape. Curve, line under there. And bag underneath the eye. Okay. Let's pull a line back here and going down his back. It's going to be kind of for the back of the neck area. Something like that. Line underneath for the throat. Line over here and pull back. All right. Let's get into kind of more some more distinct stuff. Curve over here. He's got a very hollowed out area right here in the front of his area, his mouth, his snout. And we're gonna curve along here. Let's start getting into the teeth because that's the most important part. So he's got thin teeth that are varied in size. They're very thin and pointy, where T-Rexes are big and bone crushy. His are thin, like they're going to tear stuff up. Line over here on this side as well. So space them out, then make them thin. And we're still going to get, I'm going to teach you something in a minute. But line over here for the hand. And then, okay, let's get him more, features. Go over here in the back of his head. That's where his ear is. But he also has a lot of ridges over here. Line right there. Line right here. He has a tremendous amount of ridges going. I'm going to make his neck a little thicker there. A lot of those ridges are part of his character. And then he has kind of a line over here as well. So something that's going to be really important with him is we're going to draw the little spines that he has all over him. These little porcupine quills. They're just these... You can, make them come out of the side over here, but they're pretty big along the center, and then they're kind of random. So just I would add them afterward. Just draw these little porcupine quills in select random areas. That's personally what that's what we're doing right now. Line right here in his eyes. He's got the slit pupil. line up right here because he's giving him anger lines, right, as he's scrunching his face a little bit as he's angry. And maybe you can draw a little dark shadow over here from as he opens his jaw. So the next part's super important, and I wanted to do this. Well, hold on, up over here, his arm. You'll see the back of his arm over here, and we could draw his hand out, down, curve. Same thing, underarm over here on this area, it's to the edge. Curve along here. And then you have a nail coming from there and another nail back here. So you're making a full hand from that. There you go. All right. Let's go over this area. He's got like some lines underneath the throat as well. Right there. Let's draw another spike. And, you know, he does have some dots, but we'll draw them later. I don't think that's necessary. But I want you to do something important. I want you to draw the back end. This is going to make it look 3D, okay? So we're going to draw a dark layer right here in his mouth. So it's like we're looking, right, into his mouth a little bit. And maybe draw like some teeth, dark shadows for teeth in the back of some of the other teeth. That's going to make it look a lot better and more convincing all around. There you go. Let's get into the D-Rex, the Distortus Rex. Let's get started over here. So over here now, he's bigger, like significantly bigger. So he's got a humongo head over here. Right there, he's got this really big forehead, pulling back, line, line, and pulling almost off the page there. There you go. He's got a lip over here in this area, downward, line up, line over here. His eye line is a little bit lower. Curve. Let me know, by the way, if you watched the movie yet. I'm gonna watch it in a week, so probably dating myself by doing that, you know, as far as the video, but yeah. Nostril over here in this area on the front. Bag of the eye. Line over here. And he's got to be roaring also, so he's going to have a huge mouth as well. Open. Line underneath. Right there as well. Big jaw. Pulling back. Up along the side. And then he's got a big throat as well. Pulling down over there. He's huge. He's like a like. Is he bigger? I think he's significantly bigger, right? Curve over here for the arm, and his arm is huge. We're gonna have it stick up. We're gonna have this arm stick up a bit. Sure. Let's get his like one finger over here, just kind of peeking in there. Just so we can have it like, you know, it'll look more interactive that way. Over here now. Teeth. His are kind of random. They're all over the place. Same thing over here. Just these triangle shapes. Just like the other one, though, I would actually do the same thing. I would line over here, maybe for the tongue right there. But also, you know, we could put his back teeth in there. I could fill it in to some extent. There we go. So you can tell that's the back part of his mouth. Just to make it look more, you know, like there's an angle to it. He's too smooth. Okay, let's do something really important with him. Okay, we gotta give him some texture. So let me line over here. Maybe the back of the jaw right there. Throw a line like so, back of the jaw. Line over here, the neck. Mm-hmm. Line over here. And curve. And then we could throw like another dark over here. But for the most part, you can throw more little thin lines right here. You see these little thin lines I'm doing? They're little wrinkle lines that don't stand out. And you have to think about it like, oh, there'll be a wrinkle on his head over here. And maybe down here. But you don't really, they're not main details. So you can kind of draw a bunch of them because they don't distract from the overall big part of the drawing. Anyways, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this, please do me a huge favor and share the drawing. I really enjoyed doing this with everybody. I hope you have an amazing day and give me suggestions because I'm going to put those suggestions in the, you know, front of the videos now. Well, not all of your suggestions, but I'll put in the comments. But thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Okay, so that was amazing. You finished this lesson, but keep it going. Keep the art practice going by clicking this video right here. It's going to be within the same theme, and you want to keep it rolling to get better and better and better and get that art flow going. So click right here.